All right, so this is using my copyright presentation and creating a lesson and project under the Assure model. So a quick overview of my project. Throughout the year, students have been reading books of their own choice for silent reading, or SSR time. Students will need to choose one of those books that they read to create a book trailer that goes over the characters, conflict, plot development, and theme of the novel that they read. In their final project, students need to incorporate visuals and an auditory component to make their trailers appealing to viewers. Students will need to follow copyright law in order to make sure that they are not violating any copyright laws and either using material in public domain or following the rules of fair use. Analyzing new learners. I am particularly kind of viewing, since there are no really rules or regards to this, of thinking about my classroom of 8th graders. Out of 175 students I have, 45 are listed as GT. I'm thinking of my class from last year, 12 are special education, and 6 are listed as 504. Most have a high understanding of the ELA terms, but however, they might need help in choosing appropriate novels that they particularly might like, whether it's also depending on the reading levels too. Students are very capable of creating their own videos, but they maybe struggle understanding how to use public domain or fair use, especially with fair use. Differentiation, some students may need help choosing appropriate novels, some might need access to ELA terms to use in their trailers. Some GT students might also need extensions. Maybe they create a variety of responses to their novel with an extension for students to create predictions or even thinking what a sequel might look like based on their novel. Objectives, the primary one in here is dual citizenship. Student practice safe, responsible legal and ethical behavior while using technology tools and resources, and expected to understand copyright principles including current laws, fair use guidelines, Creative Commons, open source, and public domain. Select, modify, or design materials. Novels for their projects are their choice. They get to choose the reading material they're using. However, some students may need help throughout the year on picking a novel from the classroom library or in our own school library. They may need an outline with clear expectations and the requirements for their book trailers. They also might need a list of websites under public domain to use from. And also, of course, that wonderful lesson about copyright that I'll provide for them and the library law. And students will need laptops, iPads to create their book trailers and using software such as WeVideo or iMovie. Utilizing those materials, provide novels, whether it's in classroom library or school library, provide handouts, and also the iPads and laptops for students to use. Require learner response. Provide ample time for across the year for students to have read several novels throughout the year. So for instance, this would be a project more for like December or in May. It's kind of like a wrap up their learning. Spend 2 to 3 weeks introducing book trailer assignments. So like maybe not 2 or 3 weeks for introduction, but 2 or 3 weeks as a whole. So starting with introduction along with mini lessons on ELA terms that quiz or assess their knowledge, as well as lessons on copyright. Provide checks to see their progress, but also students work through their projects while engaging in peer feedback to make sure that they're not making any mistakes. Evaluate and revise. See how students performed in the book trailers. How do they follow the rules of copyright along with the understanding of ELA terminology of the novel. Figure out timing, what worked and what didn't, and also give time for students to reflect and give feedback. Also, as the years go on and technology improves, what are some other websites that students can use that would be under public domain or be great to understanding fair use as well? Thank you so much. This is my copyright assignment. Thank you.